What's one thing your mom doesn't know about you? My handwriting was so bad when I was in middle school that she would help me write it. She saw me struggling, so I practiced writing her name near her so she would sign her signature on a piece of paper and I traced it on a detention slip lol. Fun fact, forging your parents' signature on any academic documents is illegal and there is a law for that, but taking pictures of the Eiffel Tower at night is also illegal and no one enforces that. So oh well. My parents would be annoyed with all the syllabi and permission slips they had to sign for me and my sisters, so they encouraged us to forge it for them. Why I'm still single? I don't know. Mom. Geez. I'd just feel bad telling her I'm not attractive enough. Like, I know she'd be sad for me. Plus, she's like 50% responsible for how I look, so that'd probably also be kinda insulting. I was being kind of a jerk to my little brother back in high school, and my mom told me to stop being so ugly. I respond I can't. It's genetic. She was laughing too hard to kill me, but it was pretty clear I couldn't survive that joke twice. That I got fired from a job after they discovered I was stealing snacks. Gas station. It was dumb, but it racked up about $350 worth of unpaid food over the course of 2 months. The fact that my boss decided not to press charges and to give me a second chance was a life lesson and I never, ever did that again. However, I don't ever want my mom or dad to find out. A second chance is all it can take sometimes to change a person entirely. I mean, the first time you murder someone, rape them, and then eat them, you should probably go down for that. Everything since 2012. Since 1994. Here, or, depending on what happens after this, she might know absolutely everything. Yikes. But when she was still here, she didn't know I once snuck out of the house late one school night while she was sleeping and drove to my BF's because he wasn't answering his phone. I cringe at the thought I ever did this. I farted at her and my dad's vow renewal. It was one of those farts where the entire room took notice and started gagging. Someone else got blamed for it, and I never corrected anyone, and admitted that it was actually me. Maybe you accurately timed it, multiplying its strength. That I'm a sexual assault survivor. Edit. Thanks for all the love. To all of you coming to terms with what happened to you, I wish you a successful road of getting the help you need. You are never alone. It's not your fault, and it doesn't define who you are. Please stay safe. I'm doing good for all you concerned. Sorry that happened to you. When I told it kind of exploded on me. I'd been slowly dealing with it privately since I was 6. But when I told my family was taken by surprise and my dad blamed himself for not protecting me. The blame they placed on themselves was rough to see and made me feel bad for telling it all. Thankfully we are all doing much better now. I missed my grandmother's funeral because I was locked up facing 10 years for armed robbery. Edit. Eventually family had to hire 2 lawyers for me. Any other black kid that didn't have a well-off family would be fucked. I got kicked out of FSU my first year for it. Locked up a few years then had 5 years house arrest. That's why I have so much Reddit karma. Likes talk real karma through. Because you better believe in it. I was an asshole the year before leading up. When I walked in the bullpen it was all us black men and the animosity in the air was palpable. I could feel them sizing me up. I got back into FSU and graduated eventually. I'm bisexual. At least I don't think she knows. I was convinced my mom thought I was straight. I even fake dated a guy to drive the point home. Apparently she's known the whole time and that's part of the reason she had us move to Vermont. I guess I was really obvious or something. That fact that you fake dated a guy and she still saw through it is incredible. She has known you longer than you have known yourself. Parents pick up on a lot of mannerisms that you don't even notice. Nice try, mom. I'll never tell you my secret. She must working for the FBI. I tell ya. I was being abused by my kindergarten teacher. Wow. A teacher? I'm sorry. I don't really tell my therapist about all the abusive things she does. I just say I do, so she'll stop doing them because she feels embarrassed other people know what she does in the home. Ups, you should actually tell your therapist. They're there to help you. Plot twist. His mom is his therapist. Plot twist, the therapist is the abuser. Plot twist, Op is the therapist and their mom is the client, but when she takes off her skin mask thing, Op is their mom and the client is them. I once went drinking with some gang members I had just met. Okay, I need to know more of this story. Popcorn ready. During the summer, the city holds free jazz concerts in a park and my roommate's sister asked me to go because safety. We listened in a distant part of the park, so we could drink without getting hassled. There was a group of 3 or 4 shady looking guys a bit down the path from us, and she decided to go over to bum a cigarette off of them. We shared some of our vodka with them, and after talking for them for a few minutes, we learned that they were gangster disciples. We pretty much spent the rest of the night partying with them. We went to one of their apartments to get more mixer and smoke weed. Then later we went out to a bar. That's about all to tell. They were actually very friendly guys, to be honest. That I have a Reddit account. I know. Sweetie, are we username brothers? Cousins or something? You guys are soulmates. You should do some anal together. How many people I've had sex with? I was raised conservatively and got married young. 27. That'd be my guess. Lol, your guess based on what? Only that comment. Nothing too scientific. My parents married at 21 and 23 and all my friends and their parents say that was young, so I assume somewhere in there lol. Funny. She may suspect, but doesn't know I'm a casual drinker. Before that she didn't know I'd quit the church but found out. BTW. My mother is 90. AWW hug her lots. My grandpa and grandma raised me, and I lost them both at 91. Miss them every day. Yes, a little harder to do in covered environment. She actually isn't much of a hugger, but we talk often. I'm pretty sure that my mom doesn't know that I and my sister were sexually abused by her brother-in-law. My sister and I decided never to tell our parents because it would crush our mom and my dad would have gone to jail for killing his brother. My uncle still lives with my grandmother. He's in his 50s and is in constant pain from a back problem and is incontinent. So I don't think sending him to jail was necessary. Have you talked to anyone about it? How dysfunctional I am. I know I need to do something. Tell myself to do it screaming in my head, but I keep playing on my phone while things pile up. Therapist is helping me through it. That and how much blame I put on my stepdad for a lot of shit, but therapist is helping with that too. ADHD really sucks. Hope your therapist helps you figure out a solution. I honestly haven't been diagnosed with that yet. I just can't handle another diagnosis I think right now, so I haven't discussed getting tested yet. I was the one that ate the boiled egg in her salad that one time. Calm the F down, you mad lad. Secrets like that are too big to be thrown around, my man. What I'm to my mom is a personality tailored to her needs. What I'm actually is a polar opposite of that person. So I'd say she doesn't know anything. I try to maintain the same thing, but sometimes I can't help me coming out of the box. I hate my life. Happens to me too, and it blasts out pretty violently. But I also do know that it is a vicious cycle, so I better tuck my tail and sit tight for however long I'm going to live with her. I love reading romantic fan fiction. Oh, that's a good one. I prefer to read orphan fiction in solitude and talk about its contents to no one. Same here lol. I don't read it unless there is absolutely no one around. It's my solitude and probably my most embarrassing secret lol. Went to the hospital last year. Found unconscious on the side of the road drunk off Maya with a bloody nose. Ever find out what happened? The night I got blackout drunk and she picked me up, I was raped. She was so furious she had to pick me up. I never wanted to bring it up again. God, I hope you are living a happy life right now. Virtual hugs. That a dude was jerking it outside my apartment window in the middle of a January night. I called the cops and testified in court that the dude in front of me was, indeed, the chili dog wanker. Apparently he had a history of this. Chili dog. It was -7 degrees outside. I assumed he has a chili dog. Haha. Genius. You. Not him. I used to sneak into the living room on Saturday nights as a teenager to watch Toonami. This is the most scandalous confession in the thread. That I've had a side gig in adult entertainment for years. None of my family members know, but all of my friends do. Out of curiosity, how do you feel about the experience now? Was it worth it? Was what worth it? Working in adult entertainment? Or keeping it from my family? Both I suppose. But I'm mostly curious about the work itself. Mostly I hear negative things. That I'm actually adopted. Your mum doesn't realize she didn't give birth to you. She's pretty oblivious. I was raped when I was 16 by our neighbor across the road and had an abortion at 17. I'm so sorry. Have you talked to anyone about this? My mom doesn't know that I'm bisexual, and I have known for 8 years. I've never felt comfortable coming out to anyone in my family due to being raised super conservative Christian. I've only told 5 people. It sucks not being able to talk to her about this, especially since I tell her everything. She's my best friend. I feel that, dude.